Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It only takes two simple clicks. Click, click. Enjoy the episode. Hello, viewers, and welcome back to another My Hero Academia Chapter Read-Through. I'm your humble host, Josh24214, and yes, we're back to the main story after the other side chapter that came out yesterday and just released it this morning. So, anyway, last week we had pretty much one of the disturbing chapters we have ever read from Horikoshi's mind so far. Because I'm pretty sure he's probably going to do something more messed up in the future and try and now top it. But still, we had young Shigaraki who officially killed his entire family and brought his house down literally. So let's carry off where we left off after that whole bloody massacre. With chapter 237, Shigaraki Tomura's origins. So we start off on a bright sunny day, maybe the next day after the whole massacre went down. I killed my family. After raising his hands against his family, we see multiple people passing by in a street, and we see little Shigaraki just walking down the streets with his hands covered in blood still. After that, I was lost. I left my home, as if to run away. What should I do now? Someone, anyone, please tell me. Please save me. And we see, like, young Shigaraki just walking down the street while everybody's just carrying on their day and nobody cares. One random guy sees him and he just instantly looks away. With guilt sickly clinging to my throat, my voice wouldn't come out. And then a nice old lady comes along and sees him. Hello, little boy. Are you alright? What happened to you? And she just stops right there and she's bug-eyed open, sees the look on Shigaraki's face, and he is creepy as frick. I mean, seriously, Horikoshi, that's kind of sickeningly disturbing. And yeah, the grandmother just tries to back away from that look. It's called customer service, Shigaraki. You should put on a much better appearance. You only get a good first appearance. And the grandma continues, Grandma needs to get to her office now, but I'm sure that a hero or a police or someone will come soon, okay? And we get back to Shigaraki's dialogue. And it's like a big freaking paragraph. In a place so densely populated, crimes must have been taking place left and right. Those crimes were surely far more urgent than some lost child. But even so, for a society overflowing with heroes like ours, the fact that nobody came for me must have been my punishment for killing my own family. And we see more people just looking away from Shigaraki. At that time, and that time too, that itch, that the itch that shouldn't have disappeared. If only someone had lent me a hand at that time. And we see like a big splash page while during all that text, a lot of people just keep seeing the same thing over and over and they just keep ignoring him in the bustling city. And on page 4, we all know this infamous next part in Down Under a Bridge. We see a hand extending down, and this is the bit where All for One comes into the picture of Shigaraki's origins. We see all that repeated itself again from what we saw from previous chapters and continuing onward. And Shigaraki continues, perhaps this itch would have subsided. The memories I couldn't recall until now. And also, and we cut back more into that room. Most likely after Shigaraki vomited the first time, seeing the hands. And we continue with All for One and the Mad Doctor in the same room, and All for One just speaks throughout this entire dialogue. You carry an urge for destruction that you that you yourself can't even control. That itch is simply your body letting you know that your urge can't be contained any longer. There's no need to hold back. That urge is by no means a bad thing. And we cut like a couple of years later at some round down bar when Shigaraki is like a teenager and he gets himself into a fight with two drunken idiots. The hell you think you're doing? Can't you see we're walking here? You think we're gonna let you off easy just 'cause you're a kid? In your dreams, brat. And just Shigaraki's just wiping the blood off his face. And Shigaraki just wants to grab one of them, but he just clenches his fist and just like, I don't have time for this. And the two jerks continue. Ah, poor child. What are you so afraid of? Just follow your heart? Oh, that was All for One. Ah, poor child. What are you so afraid of? Just follow your heart. Otherwise, you'll be the only one suffering. And Shigaraki's on the floor, probably gasping for air. And All for One continues. Integrate, integrity, morals, ethics, all of them are just social constructors designed by some guy who wanted harmony in this world. There's no need to let yourself be held back by them. In the end, what what you yourself want to do is the most important of them all. Now then, Tenko, what is it that you want to do? And we see Shigaraki in his teenage form just continues. Those two punks that hit me earlier? I want to kill them! I don't know why, but just thinking about it makes me sick. And he's remembering from all that carnage from his family. And he's going for the hand on the desk. But he simply degrades the hand easily and crumbles and decays. I can't hold it back any longer. And All for One continues, in that case, I wish you the best of luck. And we got back to a dark and stormy night, probably the next day after. And we see the two drunken idiots at the bar. And they start up a conversation. Damn, now hero agencies are even popping up around here, huh? What a pain. And we see someone stalking out of the alley and stalking out of the alley in the rain. And we see one of the stupid punks just saying, sees this guy and he's like, the hell are you? And we cut back to probably All for One. And we cut back to the hand that we all know on his face. That's Shigaraki has the hands on his face. And we have like All for One dialogue continue. From now on, keep their bodies close to you. Don't let those memories ever fade away. And we see a full scale shot of the first time where Shigaraki puts on his original costume, walks into the rain about to kill those two drunken dullards. And they see him, of course. And one of them says, that's creepy ass shit, man. The hell you want? And we see Shigaraki just extending his hand out, and we don't see it. We don't see it, but those two are probably screaming their heads out and just dying from all that decay. We don't see it at all. They're freaking dead. Just cut to black, and we cut back to a rooftop with the Mad Doctor and All for One. And the Mad Doctor starts a conversation while All for One's holding an umbrella on top of both of them. Quite an intriguing case, that boy. He should have. He shouldn't have any memories left, but he's just shutting them out. They're still. They still exist deep inside his heart. He wears the hands of his family as if he's restraining himself, reapproaching himself. With his memories locked away, all that's left are residual emotions. He's insecure. Just look at him. He doesn't even realize he's holding back when he's using his quirk. And we have more of All for One's dialogue continuing. In that case, I'll give him the affirmation affirmation he needs. The seeker of destruction, the world's symbol of terror. With this, he's taken his first big step into this world. And we see full-blown Shigaraki. We do see that, like, the carnage of the two idiots. They're freaking dead. You just didn't see the fight between those three, but yeah, Shigaraki fucking murdered them. And we get more, and we get more into Shigaraki, and we know which hands are holding which part of the body. And we see, like, the mother is holding the neck, the grandfather is holding his shoulders, and we see the grandmother on his arms and his little sister on the other arm, on both of the arms, and we get more of Shigaraki's dialogue again. I feel disgusting. I want to throw up, and yet somehow I feel so at ease. Like I'll be forgive like I'll be forgive no matter what I do. And we cut to probably a couple of days later, and we back in Shigaraki's room, and Shigaraki probably had like a little collection of heroes and books and stuff. So All for One really cares for him like a father, and this is probably All for One speaking. Congratulations. Though your grit and endurance, through your grit and endurance, you have been reborn. And as such, to celebrate the start of your new life, a present for you. It's from the two of them. Oh god. Their hands. Oh god. So the other rest of the hands are the people that he butchered from the pub just the night ago. That's just disturbing. Two. But they were, but but there are five of them. It's a bonus gift to replace the one you destroyed. A keepsake to ensure you'll never forget this monumentous occasion. And we get more of Shigaraki's dialogue. Like holding up a newborn child, like tending to a crepidating body. And we get more of All for One dialogue now. Show me what you've become. And on page 12 we see a full look at the original classic costume of Shigaraki Tomura fully in fuel. And All for One continues speaking. Shigaraki Tomura. And we see him in his full classic costume when we first saw him, like way back in the beginning. And Shigaraki's like questioning him. And during this page, we see the title chapter number 237, Shigaraki Tomura's Origins. And Shigaraki's just questioning the name. Shigaraki Tomura? And All For One continues the conversation. Tomaru, to mourn. A word signaling the sorrow of death and parting. A new name to celebrate the rebirth of Shimura Tenko as the harbinger of mourning. What about Shigaraki? And on page 13 we have All For One continue. And he says the reason why he was given the name Shigaraki, because All For One says, that's my lasted name. So we know partially his real name, All For One's real name, blank Shigaraki. Then they're keeping the real first name out of it. I think Horikoshi's gonna save the first name for like something big, like a reveal of a character who shares the same name with Shigaraki of All For One's first name, because it would kind of make sense. After that flashback, we go back to Monday, and it's all coming back to Shigaraki now, and he continues. I remember it all now. Since when did we need a future? Once we're done, they can do as they please. Back then, I wanted to kill my father, so I did. As I watched my family crumble before me, my heart felt at ease. There was no tragedy. And to interrupt that whole speech from Shigaraki, we cut back to the fight with Giga basically slaughtering the Quirk Liberation Army like nothing through paper, just bursting through another wall. I'm a motherfucking T-Rex! And the Quirk Liberation Army's screaming and dying, basically. He's not stopping. Gah, stop him. And they're all dying, and we cut back to Twice, and he's freaking out about all of this. And he starts a conversation with himself. Giga, good luck with the Liberation Army. It's like an elephant against ants out here, and he's still the real Twice is still holding Toga, whose face is not actually that bad, but I have thought her face would be completely screwed up, or maybe he's just carrying the clone of Twice, and he's just about to start the operation. And one of the clones says, wait, that ain't wearing him down at all, right? And the real Twice continues, he's heading towards Shigaraki. And we cut back to Dabi and Mr. Compress, and Mr. Compress just continues, Dabi, we were naive. He wasn't using his full power when he was fighting against us. Giga isn't going to stop. Giga isn't going to stop. And we cut back to the fight with, on the next page, page 15, we still see Dabi still fighting Eskimo guy. And I think this is, Mr. Compress continues. Shigaraki's in danger. We got to finish this now. And we see Eskimo Man, and he's like, read Destro. And we cut back to Spinner, and I think Spinner is injured. Spinner and a few of the clones fighting, some of the Twice clones fighting, and I think like a piece of shrapnel went through Spinner through the gut. I can't really tell by the art. And that's what I'm seeing. And twice is like saying, Shigaraki. And then on the final panel of this chapter, we see Shigaraki smiling gleefully. And he says, I don't need any of this shit. As he finished that statement, he destroys his father's hand that was always covering his face and crushes it. And he fully embraces all the evil. Yeah. Yeah, this guy remembers everything, and yeah, I think that hand should have just been destroyed first since. And we get a little bit of flavor text. With the destruction of his father's hand, true evil awakens. Chapter 237, and yeah, Shigaraki fully embraces his true evil is about to be unleashed. Yeah, this is gonna get crazy with Reed Destro fighting Giga and yeah, these last 3 chapters have been good, really good. So yeah, we've gone through the whole Tomura Shigaraki origins, and we know that Shigaraki is All For One's first, All For One's real last name. All we need is his real first name, and then we're good. And I think they're saving the first name for being a twist because they never brought up his first name ever. Like, I think that I'm just saying that probably Horikoshi is gonna save that for like another big reveal for maybe when the traitor theory gets brought up again. Maybe he'll bring it back to saying the traitor's real name was Shigaraki's All For One's real first name. And yeah, this is going to be crazy. So I can't wait for chapter 238 to come out. And I think we're just starting to enter the end game of it after all those last 3 chapters. They were good, decently good. And I can't wait for what Horikoshi's got planned next. So we're probably the next few chapters, it's going to be winding down all the Quark Liberation Army storyline's gonna end in like a couple of chapters from now. So I'll see you probably next week. And until then, have a good day, everybody. This is your humble host, Josh24214. Josh24214. Remember to leave a like and subscribe at the end. And yeah, I'll see you next Friday. So until then, have a good day, everybody, and peace.